Hi everybody, welcome back. Tony again with Shinsho Yoga, and for this week's video I'd like to read a little story, as one of my friends who watches my channel says, Story Time with Tony. And it's called The Tiger and the Donkey. So the story goes that a donkey and a tiger were in the woods. Don't ask why a donkey and a tiger are in the woods, it's a fable. Just go along with this. So a donkey and a tiger were in the woods. And the donkey told the tiger, "The grass is blue." The tiger replied, "No, it's not. The grass is green." The discussion began to heat up, and they went back and forth, arguing over whether the grass was blue or the grass was green. So they decided to go to the lion, the king of the jungle, and ask for his opinion on it. As they approached the lion on the throne, the donkey started screaming, "Your Highness, isn't it true that the grass is blue?" And the lion calmly replied, "If you believe it is true, the grass is blue." The donkey rushed forward and continued, "The tiger disagrees with me. He contradicts me, he annoys me. Punish him, because he's wrong." The lion again looked at him and said, "Okay. The tiger will be punished with 3 days of silence." The donkey jumped with joy, and he went on his way, screaming, "The grass is blue, the grass is blue, the grass is blue," as he brayed and walked away. The tiger then turned to the lion and said, "Your Majesty, but the grass isn't blue, the grass is green." And the lion replied, "You are correct. The grass is green." So the tiger said, "Why did you punish me? Why am I the one being punished when you know the grass is green and the donkey is the one that was wrong?" The lion replied, "It has nothing to do with the question of the grass is blue or green. The punishment is because it is degrading for a brave and intelligent creature like you to waste your time arguing with a donkey. And on top of that, you came and bothered me with a question to validate something that you already knew was true." Never argue with a donkey. I'm sure you know plenty of them in your life. Plenty of people that will argue any point for the sake of argument. I know I grew up that way with people, and in my area where I live, it's still that way. People will argue anything for the sake of argument. They get caught in these wells of going nowhere. Don't argue with a donkey. One of the things I do when I teach self-defense to people, lifelong martial artist, I do self-defense classes for people. I teach them a trick when I talk about having a no-conflict mindset, because I say self-defense starts here as what I call the Homer Simpson. And there's an episode of The Simpsons, Treehouse of Horror, where Homer is trying to buy a toy for Bart for his birthday, but it's at the last minute, and he ends up going to this Asian mystical shop like in Gremlins, if you remember that movie. And he's like, "Do you have toys for little boys?" And he pulls out this Krusty doll, and he goes, "We have this." He goes, "That's good." And he goes, "But it's cursed." He goes, "That's bad." He goes, "But you get a free Frogurt with it." He goes, "That's good." He goes, "But the Frogurt comes with potassium benzoate." And he looks at him, he goes, "That's bad." He goes, "Can I go now?" The point is, in the exchange here, Homer never argues with the guy. Whatever he says is, "That's good. That's bad. That's good. That's bad." If you find yourself talking to a donkey who wants to argue, don't argue. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Just nod your head, like the lion. If you believe the grass is blue, it's blue. What is your time worth? My time is valuable. Time is something you never get back, ever. Once it's gone, it's gone. There is no making it up at the end. It's not where if you waste 30 minutes arguing with a donkey, that later on you could go in and make a request to get 30 minutes back in your life. That 30 minutes in your life is gone arguing for what? To be right? Who cares? That's good. That's bad. I do it all the time. When I talk to someone and I see that they just want to argue with me, when I say something and they go, oh yeah, but this and that, I go, oh yeah, that's bad. And they go, yeah, but but this is this, and I go, well, that's good. Oh, but this, and I go, oh, that's bad. Oh, it is nice. Oh, that's good. And I go, well, I got to go now. I'll see you later. Once I can exit that conversation, I go. I don't argue with people. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. I don't have that energy or that time to waste. My energy is precious and my time is valuable. And I don't have time to give it to somebody who just wants to argue to make themselves feel better, or because a lot of it's because what they've learned. Guys, unfortunately, a lot of guys are like this. Gentlemen, I'm sorry if you're watching this and this upsets you, but you have to look at yourself. Guys love to play the game of one-upsmanship. And I learned it as a boy. I had to unlearn it. Where whatever someone would say, you would find something just contrarian to say to one-up them on the totem pole, on the social hierarchy. And it's why I don't get involved with any of the groups that I'm involved with anymore, especially the male ones like martial arts and things like that I walked away, because it was nothing but a game of one-upsmanship. One-upsmanship gets you nowhere. It makes you a big fish in a small pond. Doesn't make the world a better place. It doesn't solve any problems. It just keeps everything right exactly where it is. It maintains the status quo. And in our world today, we don't need to maintain the status quo. We need it to become a kinder, gentler, and more compassionate place. And that kindness and that gentleness and that compassion starts with us. And arguing is not kind, it's not gentle, it's not compassionate. So don't argue with donkeys. Just let it go by. I'm not talking about, again, to take this to an extreme, because some people will think that. If you are in a dangerous situation, let's say you're a police officer, and you say, hey, you can't go in there because it's dangerous, and the person says, it's not dangerous, I'll be fine. And I'm not telling you at that point to go, okay, that's good, right? No, you're the police officer, you're setting the laws or whatever it is, you say, no, you can't go in there. But don't argue with them about it either. You just say, this is the rule, you can't go. Don't argue with donkeys. If you can learn to do that, it'll make your life much more peaceful and much more calm. And you will get back those valuable moments in your life that you would have otherwise wasted arguing with a donkey. And again, I'm not trying to put down donkeys here. That's this example. Donkeys are very nice animals. I love all animals. But don't argue with a donkey, especially if you're a tiger, right? This practice, again, that I offer, that I teach, and just these ancient practices in general are here to help you in support of that. Again, it's that following of the breath that I've mentioned many times, that letting the thoughts arise, let them pass by, and returning to the breath over and over lets us know not to argue, because when that person comes in to argue with you, and you normally want to get up and be like, the grass is not blue. Oh, grass is blue? All right. You say so. I'll see you later. Don't argue with donkeys. So, as always, take from that what serves you, get rid of the rest. That doesn't mean take what's comfortable and get rid of what's uncomfortable, because we often need what is uncomfortable to serve us. Thanks again for watching. Namaste.